Whiskey 4 Echo X-ray, is that a roger?
Whiskey 4 Echo X-ray, is that a roger? Roger. I've got a very good signal copy on you. I guess band propagation has not been recovered.
Roger. What's the name there?
Roger. What's the name there? The name here is Gordon, and the call is KW4EX.
KW4EX, is that a roger? And the name Gordon?
KW4EX, is that a roger? And the name Gordon? That is correct.
Alrighty, Gordon, and where are you located, sir?
Alrighty, Gordon, and where are you located, sir? I'm about 40 miles north of Atlanta in a little town called Gainesville, situated on Lake Lanier.
Okay, you're in Georgia, is that a roger?
Okay, you're in Georgia, is that a roger? That is a roger.
Okay, I have a SDR receiver in Georgia. Tell me about your antenna system in about 15 seconds, and let me look around and see if I can find a better path.
Seconds, and let me look around and see if I can find a better path. Right now, and about 40 feet of vertical.
Roger, I'm on my PA SDR. You're about 5 clicks over there, noise level. So for the moment, I've got a pretty good copy on you. What radio is that you're running?
For the moment, I've got a pretty good copy on you. What radio is that you're running? Hey, this is the Anon 7000 ZLE Mark III. Going into an Aircraft GPA 1500 power amplifier. Right now, we're running about 1450 watts.
Wow, boy, we have lousy conditions today. You should be blowing me away. Let me check my local antenna. Come back and talk to me just for a minute. I'll be on my local antenna.
This is Qso-Vlog 4 Echo X-ray, located at Lake Lanier, Georgia, about 40 miles north of Atlanta.
Yes, sir. I've got you on my local dipole antenna. You seem to be about 10 over, and you have really good audio, Roger.
Roger that. Thank you for the audio. I've just been playing around with my CFC compression tools. Right now, I should be right at 3 kilohertz wide. I've got a low cut set at 100, high cut at 3100, and from a transmit perspective, I look pretty even across the frequency range.
Roger, Roger. Not a lot of bottom end, but you do have, your signal does cut. Now, we do prefer a bandpass bandwidth of 2900 versus those higher ones, because what happens is you wind up in somebody else's yard and they get all ticked off and come looking for you with pitchforks. So, 2900, 100 to 2900 is a really safe frequency, and still gives you a lot of top end articulation, and then it gives you a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's house. Roger.
Roger that. See if that changed there. Do you see a difference on your scope there? That's a very easy change on my end. I've just been playing around with some RAG2 profiles here.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. So you have a setting now of 100 to 2900?
That is correct.
Yeah, so that's nice and safe. It does, like I say, give you just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's house, and they get all upset about it. And life's too short for that stuff. But you sound just beautiful that way, Roger.
Okay, real fine. Well, I'm glad the sound quality is good. Yeah, I was playing around with the bottom end a little bit, and I'm running a Howell microphone, and I changed some of the input configurations here in the local shack. So I was trying to get the audio set up back to where it looked correct.
Roger, your dynamic range is about 3 dB, which is nice and full, and that's what we suggest. You know, if I were to hook a VU meter onto a PA system out at a baseball game or something, and you were talking on that PA, my meter would just be bouncing everywhere, 10 dB, because it's not processed. But that's not a good thing to be transmitting, because it's just not full enough. So we want to condense that 10 dB down to about 3 dB for transmission, and that's exactly where you are now. So I would get the Gorilla Tape and taper down.
Okay. What about the low end? Do I have enough bottom end in the voice? Looks like I'm not real flat on the low end with these band settings.
Yes, sir. You're a little roll off on the bottom end, but on the same thing, you know, if you contest bunches, you are just beautiful for that. Now, if you want to, you know, develop a more mellower aspect, I would suggest bringing up maybe 200 cycles. Plus 4 or 5 if you wanted to, but you know, if you contest a bunch, I'd leave it just exactly where it is.
Yeah, this is probably more for RAG-Chew. That's what I'm working on. And interestingly enough, that's kind of what I've been working on as you know, before I called you. I just brought it up just a very slight amount on the low end, and see if that makes a little bit of a difference there.
Yes, it did. You could come up a couple of clicks more. If you're going to do RAG-Chew, I would come up a couple of clicks more on the bottom end, right about 200 cycles, 250, somewhere in there.
Okay, there's one more click up. How's that sound?
Getting better. I would add another one.
Contact.
Go ahead, contact.
This is KW4EX with trying to make contact with him.
Roger. Gosh, if you got just a moment, if you could hold on. This is Annette, and I'm talking to, who am I talking to? Gordon down in Georgia right at the moment, Roger, and I'll be, you can give me a shout here just in a minute. I'll call for you. Gordon, you still there?
Roger, I was just waiting on the contact to go on and sign out. But at any rate, yeah, I brought it up just a little bit more. It's easy adjustments on this end. I just don't want it to be splattering. I am running, let's see, I'm not running pure signal at the moment. Ooh, that's awful. Let's see if that makes a difference there. There's pure signal running. I should have a very clean, flat edges on my transmit profile.
Roger. Well, if you're in that 100 to 2900, that will determine whether you splatter pretty much. That will keep you in within your realm, and it looks to be that you're about 3 dB, which is again what I said is a nice full signal there. Means your average percent of peak modulation is between 80 and 85%. That's average percent of peak modulation, and that bottom end sounds a lot more warmer now that you brought that in. Also, I might reiterate that I have a spectrum analyzer on the set that is tied to the audio system, and it's showing your audio and my audio. My audio, of course, is direct. Your audio is coming in, by radio, but it's still reading it. So you have a display of your audio to look at. We are recording now, and we'll post this up on YouTube in the next couple of days. So if you just go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,000, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Oh, roger that. Well, I certainly do appreciate that. It's a real pleasure having you run this net. We've chatted before, and I appreciate your efforts and so forth. Sounds real good. I know you got other people in there. I did hear one other station. So with that, I will say 73s, and thank you so much for the feedback. And by the way, you have a plus 10 signal down here in Georgia as well. So propagation may not be great for the band, but we've got a pretty good path at the moment. So anyhow, with that, 73, and have a great afternoon. KW4EX.
Roger, Gordon. Just FYI, we're running our older 30-year-old Yaesu FT990 this afternoon. Usually we're running a 7300, but today we're just kind of celebrating radio, and this Yaesu 990 is was our second radio that we had. It's about 30 years old, but you got to get them out and bring them out and run them every once in a while, Roger.
Roger, keep the cobwebs dusted off. So, all right, real fine. Well, it's sounding good. So, you got it set up very nicely. Thank you again for your efforts. KW4EX 73.
Roger, 73, sir. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net, and that lady that was looking for a break, come on back.